Anyone here goes to the store, buys soap? Anyone saw the mark like Lever 2000? I think nowadays they do. Go check it out. You'll see some Lever products. It's because of these guys. And why did these guys? How did these guys make in the Code of Federal Regulations, CFR? Well, guess what? The court. This is a Lever Brothers versus United States. They sued U.S. Customs for the trademark issue, and court agreed with these guys in that issue. And Customs, what they done, they said, okay, judge, in this case, if you can see, this is a circuit, DC circuit, so it's appeals. So federal, it's a district, DC District of Columbia, Federal Circuit, 1993. But look, they say this regulation is not made because of Congress, it is made because of the judge. So this is the interaction you will see as we journey through our regulatory journey, right, through a regulatory path. We will see not only United States Code, but we will also see judicial opinions. They're not as common, but they are out there, and they all interact as one single body, which spits out in a way of customs broker examination. And you guys are ready to embrace it. Next. I did mention let's go back to the executive branch. So we talked about the president. We talked about Customs and Border Protection. But let's talk about something in between. Are there people in between? Are there agencies in between? So who is Customs and Border Protection subject to? I know the answer to the president, but do they call up directly? The head of Customs calls up directly President Barack Obama and says, Mr. Obama, I have a report for you? Probably not. Probably not. Not because it may not happen, it may, but because the level of hierarchy in this government mandates this agency to go to another agency called the department. So you have agency which is subject to the departments. And the department that stands between Customs and the president is called Department of Homeland Security. DHS. So you have various departments which oversee various agencies. So Department of Homeland Security oversees what? Oversees Customs Border Protection. It oversees USCIS, or United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. It also oversees ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So Customs as an agency is subject to the Department of Homeland Security, is subject to the executive branch. Now, almost done. Can I erase this? It looks pretty ugly. I'll post a video online so you guys can enjoy the view. Okay? Let me just take a quick divide. So we know that we know executive is president, right? We know Next is Department of Homeland Security, DHS. Oh, this is better. Who is in charge of the DHS? So we have Barack Obama here. Who will be here? Who is in charge? Who is the top guy? And you need to know that. Why? Because that name comes up on customs broker exam. So I'm not just having fun, although I am. But have anyone heard of Secretary? Secretary of Treasury, Secretary of Department of Homeland Security, Secretary of Agriculture. Secretaries. Next, Customs or CBP. Who is the top guy in Customs? Who is the top dog sitting in headquarters making all the decisions? What's his title? Commissioner. Commissioner of Customs. Underneath Commissioner, there is someone called Assistant Commissioner. I think I'm misspelling it. The whiteboard doesn't have a spell check. Sorry. Next, who is below the Assistant Commissioner? Well, this is a headquarters level. Then there is a port level. So this is HQ. Then there is a port level. And in customs, in the world of customs broker examination, at this level, you usually will hear of several individuals. The most important individuals is called the port director. You'll hear regulations saying port director can do this, port director can do that, port director can dance, can take your money, can seize, can bless, do whatever. That's I mean, what an important guy. Can he do all that with only one guy? Or one woman? No. Because the port director, underneath, a bunch of officers called specialists or inspectors. Specialists can be either entry or commodity. So you have a woman who specializes in chemicals, who writes customs broker exam. Most likely her background was in commodity import specialist. Now, I am talking to the commodity import specialist. I am asking her opinion in classification, officially. Am I writing to her? Let's say her name is Jane Doe. Hi, Jane Doe. What's your opinion on commodity classification X? Do I do that? Well, I can. But proper way to do, dear port director, please render advice of your office with respect to chemical X. Why? Because these people below port director act on his behalf. In other words, they delegate duties just like commissioner, just like secretary, just like the president. In the email that I sent you, I attached a chart called Chart CBP Organization. Everyone sees that? If you click on it, you'll come up with this. Wow. Look at this. Now, this chart indicates, so you can see commissioner here, if I can make it a little larger. This chart indicates commissioner, we are talking about headquarters level, has bunch of helpers who have also bunch of helpers. So when you see assistant commissioner this, assistant commissioner that, it's not one assistant commissioner, there are many of them. Why is that important? It becomes important when you, for example, go to study your electronic entitlements, and you'll be asked, customs examiners have asked a question, which assistant commissioner blank blank will grant you privileges to do the electronic filing. Well, how many, look, you have so many assistant commissioners, so not only you have to pay to the title as assistant commissioner, you also need to pay to the specialty. In case of IT assistant commissioner, there is information technology, and yeah. So customs examiners have asked for this type of assistant commissioner before. So it's not enough for you to know the level, it's also very important for you to know the scope of his assistantship, if you will.